In both my role as a mother of two sons living with diabetes and founder of a registered charity that serves hundreds of children and youth with type 1 diabetes every year, I have seen firsthand the challenges and barriers encountered by young adults with diabetes in their transitioning years, as they are too big for the pediatric world and too small for the adult world. My goal from the beginning was to inspire our youth to learn and gain valuable experiences which would empower them to move into their adult life as healthy and strong adults.
I was recently asked what DHF means to me. After giving it some thought, I felt the quote from Anne Frank best represented my feelings. Anne Frank once wrote, "How wonderful it is that a person need not wait a single moment before starting to improve the world." Starting to improve the world. Then I thought of Barbara Pasternak and her love for her family, and her passion for helping youth living with type 1 diabetes is so infectious, I needed to get involved and help improve the world. On that note, I welcome all of you to the DHF family, and I hope that you all find that moment in your lives, if you haven't done so already, where you have an opportunity to start improving the world.
The Diabetes Hope Foundation is about providing opportunities for our future generations so that they have no limits on what they can do, and that diabetes doesn't have to stop them in achieving their dreams.
The DHF to me means connection.
Diabetes Hope Foundation, community, understanding, inspiration.
All of us here, we either have diabetes or we are really closely connected with someone who does.
My name is Ramjot Samra. I go by Rav, like extravagant. I've had type 1 diabetes since I was 2 years old, and I'm the only person in my very large family who's had it. That's why I'm really lucky I discovered DHF when I did. I applied for my scholarship. I fortunately got it. And I got to meet people who were around my age, who, had pump alarms go off and just check their blood out in the open. And it was really, really refreshing and nice to be in such an empowering environment with my people. And actually at that DHF Youth Day back in 2013, that's where I actually met our next guest speaker. So take it away, Clara.
From the time I was diagnosed at 13 until age 17, I had never met another diabetic.
I have a daughter who's 19. She was diagnosed at 8 with type 1 diabetes.
She was going into a whole new environment where people didn't know her, as opposed to, we had the backpack and the glucagon patch and things like that. So it was almost like we had to restart everything we did in grade 9. But this time, Mom wasn't in charge. She was in charge, and I was like her assistant coach.
I have a friend that will carry around a can of pop when we go on walks, and I always tell her, I'm like, there's lighter kinds of candy out there. And she's like, no, I read online that pop is really good for lows. I'm like, that is true. So that's the kind of friend you want in your life, or roommate. I have worked in the pediatric diabetes clinic at Markham Stouffville Hospital for the last 14 years. I am a registered nurse, and I've done a variety of things with that.
Eating a well-balanced, healthy diet plays a huge role in maintaining your blood sugars.
Obviously communicating and sharing and positivity, and not letting one event, one high blood sugar, one illness, one COVID news story, anything, one bad night at university, anything, nothing. Tomorrow's a new day. It's going to be fine. We're going to get through it.
It was really important for me to be able to say, this is who I am. I need a break sometimes, and that's okay. And it's important for other people to realize that, yes, we have diabetes, and sometimes we're not okay, and we need a break. And I realize that people are supportive.
Now that I'm graduated, I've dabbled in skiing. I dabbled in whitewater kayaking this summer.
Travel all through Asia and Europe as well, and had some incredible adventures and learned so much about the world and also myself.
Take everyone to Iceland, where I did an amazing 2-week trip circumnavigating the whole country with my girlfriend.
really being able to look at the things I can control versus not focusing on the things I can't control.
And if you're open to seeking help from those devices, but also help from other people that may be more knowledgeable, it can really take you from, you know, managing your diabetes to like killing your diabetes and like being on top of it.
You can really do anything. Once you have diabetes, it doesn't stop you from being anything or doing anything.
Welcome to a family of alumni who have all shared in a tough road, but great successes that you have demonstrated.
What is very important to me is the care with which we take hold of you, young people, and the importance of awarding a scholarship that marks your excellence and that hopefully helps you along the way on your journey to the university.
You are all such accomplished and highly motivated individuals, and we are so pleased to be able to support you as you embark on your various academic endeavors.
You've done a remarkable job managing your blood sugars, excelling academically, and contributing in other areas of your lives. We're also very proud of you. As you go forward in your journey, I encourage you to stay involved with the Diabetes Hope Foundation and to be leaders for those who will follow behind you.
Congratulations on being chosen as a scholarship recipient and becoming part of our team.
Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. For it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on.
Hi, welcome to Diabetes Hope Foundation's 24th Anniversary Evening of Hope Virtual Scholarship Award Ceremony. My name is Barbara Pasternak, founder and chair, and on behalf of our board of directors and our Diabetes Scholarship Advisory Board, it is absolutely my pleasure to welcome all of you this evening to our 24th Annual Evening of Hope. I do have to admit that for the past 24 years, coming together to celebrate our kids' successes is and has always been the proudest and defining moments for us all at the foundation. Tonight, we celebrate the achievements of our remarkable 2022 scholarship recipients who are truly a unique and dedicated group of young men and women who have shown determination, bravery, and resiliency despite the many challenges and adversities they face every day. I believe scholarship celebrations are more than just walking across the stage to collect a diploma. It marks the beginning of the next phase of our kids' lives, which is something we're celebrating, especially during these unique and unpredictable times. Since we have not been able to physically celebrate our scholarship events for the past 3 years, we are grateful to celebrate virtually. However, next year, I promise we will be celebrating our 25th year. So today I invite you all to attend in person for the festivities and for a personal introduction and handshake. Look for more information to follow. We welcome you into the DHF family, to our alumni, to our scholarship recipients, which means you are now one of 852 alumni who will share and benefit in the camaraderie with so many like-minded young adults, participate in our mentorship program, and have access to many valuable and unique DHF resources as you begin your next phase. As you become more involved in the foundation, there'll be many opportunities to pay it forward through mentoring, volunteering in events, and assisting in launching new and exciting programs in the diabetes community. But before we continue our program, I would like to take a few minutes to thank those who make all of this possible. To our special clinical partners for the amazing work that you do every day by giving our kids the tools and guidance they need to succeed. A special thank you to our esteemed Dr. Simone, chair of the scholarship program. His leadership and commitment to our kids is undeniable. To our board of directors for your commitment and guidance, and to our scholarship advisory committee, whose dedication and passion for our kids is truly admirable. And of course, our sponsors for their continued support and commitment. Our donors are the reason DHF is able to sustain and expand throughout the past 24 years and continue to create new programs as well as sustain our current ones. To our dedicated alumni and volunteers who have volunteered their time and efforts to ensure our programs are supported by their shared lived experience and wisdom for those who follow. We are so proud of the results from their hard work and dedication, as our alumni are the lifeline of DHF, as the scholarship program is the backbone of the foundation. A very special thanks go to Anita, Director of Operations, Vivian Lee, Special Projects, Karen Higginson, and Rav, and many more who have given their time and effort and have shown their amazing skills that have allowed us to move forward. And of course, a special shout out to my husband, Joe, who has been my biggest cheerleader and supporter from the very, very beginning of our journey. I could not do what I do without all of the amazing support. And lastly, I salute the parents in the room tonight. Your results are proudly shown here this evening. What a triumphant time for you and your family. This year marks the 24th anniversary, a milestone that has prompted me to consider the foundation's origins and reflect on its development over the last 24 years. Inspired by my two sons who developed diabetes in the late 90s, I became acutely aware of the gaps in the healthcare system for youth with diabetes, especially addressing youth who are dealing with transition. Transitioning from post-secondary education is a period of great anxiety for parents and caregivers of youth living with diabetes. We are here this evening to celebrate your exceptional achievements. 39 young adults who have demonstrated persistence, fortitude, and true grit. Never before has our DHF scholarship recipients been called to step into the future with more purpose, more vision, more passion, and more hope. As you all struggle to pioneer and execute last year's of high school being dictated by the ever-changing COVID restrictions, you all survived. You have found your footing, discovered your unique strengths, and aspire to become true champions. You have achieved academic excellence, self-management, and demonstrate strong disciplines, and now you'll be entering your next phase in your lives. That makes it all more reason for you to feel proud of your accomplishments and applaud your adaptability and perseverance. I know that many of you have successfully navigated challenging situations in the past. And while this is certainly both historic and unique, I am confident that you will be resilient and that each of you will not only persevere, but you will just figure it out. Whether you plan to go to university, trade school, take a gap year, or straight into the workforce, there is no denying that you will gain something worthwhile. For many of you, the path you'd envision after graduation may suddenly be much steeper. It's true that you're entering this new phase of your life at a daunting time, with the balancing uncertainty of financial challenges, the changing academic framework, COVID still being a threat, and the potential loss of campus connections and difficulties with hybrid studying during this new normal. But please remember, DHF is here as your family. Receiving a DHF scholarship is more than just receiving financial aid. It's about joining a community, a family of other like-minded young living with T1D. And in the next month, our alumni are preparing to match every one of you with your own mentor. You will be matched with a mentor, which is supported by a Hope Connects program from a DHF alumni network of over 800 T1D youth living globally. As a new DHF alumni, you will have many opportunities to pay it forward through our various programs, such as the mentorship program and our transition resources. Over 10 years ago, DHF created and developed a transition guide. The project's primary objective is to adapt the guide into a new digital platform that can be accessed by an interactive mobile application by post-secondary students with diabetes across Canada. Currently, the document is only available in print and free download as a flat PDF. However, we are fortunate that you'll be the first to have access to our new mobile transition resource app this fall. This new app for iOS and Android devices is pertinent and relevant information, which captures the impact of university remote learning, access to campus services, and emerging mental health support, as many need for post-secondary students living with diabetes on or off campus. Information about where is the closest endo, how to access the accessibility program, special dorm and res accommodations, copay, and much more. This year, a group of alumni created a supplemented cookbook, Transition in the Kitchen recipe guide for students who take charge of their nutritional needs and learn how to prepare easy, healthy meals while living on campus. This too will be available for you. All these resources are created and executed by our alumni. Many of our alumni are active members of the Scholarship Advisory Board and the Board of Directors. As you are now a proud member of the DHF community, whatever your professional goals, wherever you live, there are ways, big and small, that you can participate in making the world a better place. Helping support the diabetes community is what we do. Don't be surprised if you receive an email asking you to support by paying it forward. This year, we chose the theme, Lean on Me. When Bill Withers wrote Lean on Me in 1972, toying around on the small piano, Lean on Me, he would never expect that the song would get so popular. It was about a rural man's loneliness in a big city. Whirl would become an inspiration anthem for rising up after tragedy, or a celebratory rallying cry of tough togetherness and resilience. It's about getting through hard times together, something that we have never been all too good at sometimes. It's a song about friendship, sticking together, helping each other, but also being able to admit when you need help, because no one can help if they don't need help. You need someone to be there to support you. If nothing else, it's a good fun song to sing with friends, and it's really lighthearted. So that is why many of you are wearing a t-shirt that has Lean on Me. And sometimes in our lives, when we're feeling sad, we need a friend to help us carry on. We know you will excel throughout this transition, but if you stumble, don't worry. We know we will be there. And now it's my privilege to hand over the spotlight to my dear friend, esteemed member, board member, chair of the Diabetes Hope Scholarship Advisory Committee, Dr. Angela Simone. Dr. Simone has been dedicated and committed to our programs for many years. Dr. Simone is a pediatric endocrinologist who received his medical degree from the University of Toronto in 1990. He went on to do a fellowship in pediatrics at the University of Toronto at the Hospital for Sick Kids. He completed a subspecialty training in pediatric endocrinology, also at the Hospital for Sick Kids. And after spending more than 20 years in training, Dr. Simone established the regional diabetes program at Trillium Healthcare Center in Mississauga, where he continues to practice. He also lectures at U of T Mississauga Academy and teaching next generation of medical leaders. I now turn over the mic to Dr. Angela Simone.
Thank you, Barb. Thanks again for the introduction, and it's truly a pleasure, an honor, a privilege to be here this evening, albeit virtually. And I sure hope this is our last virtual event. Barring any other major catastrophe, I look forward to being in person for our milestone event next year, our 25th anniversary. I had the opportunity, as you did, Barb, to read every single application that came to us from across the country. And as you recall, it was very difficult to choose the winners. We had so many others who we felt truly deserved scholarship, but unfortunately our scholarships are limited, so we had to make some tough choices. But to all of those who are attending this evening, all the recipients, please consider yourself truly fortunate. You beat out a lot of excellent candidates, and you in many ways exemplified all the attributes that we were looking for in the scholarship selection. Your stories of resilience and courage were inspiring, and you moved all the members of our committee, and that's how you got to where you are this evening. So we truly congratulate you. It's my opportunity as well this evening as chair of the Scholarship Advisory Committee to just go over the nuts and bolts of how our committee works and how the selection is made, and just give you some brief statistics which will help you understand just how many scholarships we've provided and how complex the selection process truly is. We have a number of objectives. We want to provide youth in transition with both peer education and resources in their transition from pediatric to the adult world of diabetes care. And we want to reward in a financial way to provide some assistance to the young adults as they transition to post-secondary education. We encourage all of you to become leaders in our community. You've demonstrated in your applications active volunteerism and leadership, and we encourage you to continue to do so. And we want to identify those who, in their success, could be role models for others living with youth living with diabetes. So how are the winners selected? This rubric is undergoing constant evolution. We make changes every year. We have a meeting in the fall and we decide how we're going to allocate points, and it is constantly in evolution. We've really moved to an award that not only rewards good diabetes care and academic success, but even more importantly, resilience and courage. And that's why the essay evaluation is so significant. It represents a third of the points awarded. We look at things like overall background, school transcripts, of course, are important, evidence of leadership and community involvement, of course, diabetes control, and comments from mentors. And the evaluations then are assessed by the entire committee, and Barb and I are solely responsible for the applications that come from out of province, but the Ontario applications are reviewed by the committee at large. We've awarded an incredible 852 scholarships to date in Canada across 7 provinces, the majority again being in Ontario, but we've also awarded in other provinces a number of awards, including Alberta, BC, Manitoba, Newfoundland, New Brunswick, and Nova Scotia. From 1999 to 2021, with support from the program, our alumni have attended over 120 post-secondary institutions across 12 different countries, including 9 provinces in Canada, 11 US states, Australia, Britain, Ireland, Israel, Poland, Turkey, Scotland, Switzerland, and Sweden, and the list continues to grow. 65% of our alumni have completed postgraduate degrees after they complete their undergraduate degrees. And you see there the list of the top 10 alumni professions, a great number of them in healthcare sciences. Alumni currently live in 13 different countries and in 127 cities across the province of Ontario. So quite a diverse scattering of our alumni. So we really want to tap into this network and encourage all of you, because all of you will become alumni this evening, to continue to remain involved with this wonderful organization. So each year, our alumni paid forward by volunteering over 2,000 hours of their time to support our Diabetes Hope Foundation programs and services. So please remember us when the call does come out for you to help us and remain involved, remain engaged with this organization. When we look at our 2022 scholarship pool, the applicant statistics, once again, the top areas of study remain health sciences, followed closely by business and computer science, general sciences, and biology. Barbara and I now want to pass the microphone on to our two co-hosts. I will start by introducing Alex Bennett as one of our co-hosts. It's a great honor to do so. Alex is a recipient of the Diabetes Hope Scholarship. He received one in 2012. He received his master's in biomedical engineering at the University of Toronto. His master's research has focused on the creation of biosensors for the exploration of mechanisms in diabetes biology. Currently, he's working as a research software engineer at Sick Kids Hospital. He's been an integral part of the DHF community, part of the mentorship and peer support programs for many years. He is someone who we can tap to regularly speak and provide valuable insight to our transition and wellness webinars. He's currently overseeing the development and implementation of our new transition resource mobile application that Barb alluded to earlier as we transition from paper to a mobile form. And we hope that that will soon be launched sometime later this year. So Alex, once again, thank you for agreeing to co-host this event. And I'll pass the microphone back to Barb, who will introduce our other co-host.
Thank you very much, Angelo. I just want to add, because there is a part that when I was talking about the app, there is a whole part that I missed. It didn't come off on the on my speech. But Alex and Vivian, Alex, who's been a beloved alumni, is actually responsible for kickstarting our app. He is engineering it, he's implementing it, and Vivian has been doing all the back-end research. And I have to say that she managed to get 99 alumni to fill out a survey, which reflects the times that these kids are experiencing today at university. Our transition guide is 10 years old, and 10 years ago it was so different going to university than it is today. So she felt it was necessary to re-engineer questions and create a survey that talks about today's issues. And, you know, I have all these stats that I was going to say, but basically we're talking about mental health, and we're talking about navigating your way through the beginning of university are one of the very needed places where we need support, and the app will have that information for you. So again, thank you, Alex, for being such a tremendous pioneer in this field. And you, all of you scholarship winners, are going to be the first to have the privilege of using it on your phones. So as soon as it's ready, you will be able to use it. And, you know, I do want to mention Abbott, Dexcom, and Ypsomed. It's because of their support that we're able to get this off the ground. So I thank those donors for sure. Okay, I got that in. Now I want to introduce Anastasia. Thank you so much for co-hosting this event. Anastasia was awarded a DHF scholarship in 2010 and has been an active member as a volunteer. She received her bachelor's with honors in biochemistry from the University of Toronto in 2014. Anastasia was diagnosed with T1D when she was 1 year old. She has also been interested in the impact of innovation of healthcare. And she graduated from the Doctor of Pharmacy program at the University of Toronto in 2019. She is now working with health-related artificial intelligence projects as well as community pharmacist. Thank you, Anastasia, and I welcome both of you, and have fun tonight.
Thanks, Barb, for that introduction. So welcome, everybody. It's very exciting to see so many faces, and congratulations to you all. So I was asked just to talk about my journey with diabetes and my relationship with DHF. So I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes when I was just 1 year old. This was in 1993. And at the time, my family was living in Russia, and I actually didn't have access to insulin consistently. And my quality of healthcare was really not that great. Shortly I was diagnosed, my dad was actually also diagnosed with type 1. And at the time, my family started looking for a way out because supporting 2 people without any insulin is not sustainable. So eventually we made our way to the US, lived there for a couple of years, and eventually settled in Ottawa when I was 10. And I actually never knew any other reality other than living with type 1. I was constantly immersed in reading about current research, best healthcare practices from a very young age, which led me to be interested in biochemistry. And I did a biochem degree at Ottawa U. And upon entering into that program, I received the DHF scholarship. And for the very first time, I met and connected with people my age who had type 1 outside of my dad. And that experience was very important because some of the things I was experiencing, such as transitioning into university and the challenges associated with that, nobody else I knew at the time experienced those same things. So that was very valuable. And shortly after starting my biochem degree, I realized I was fascinated by drugs and pharmacology. And I also wanted to be a part of patient care. So this led me to eventually do my doctor of pharmacy degree at the University of Toronto after my undergrad. And I became a pharmacist in 2019. So right now I work as a pharmacist part-time, and I also work at a private company on health-related predictive algorithms using AI and machine learning. So now that you know my life story, what have I learned in all this time? So over the past 29 years of living with type 1 and having a pretty busy life, I realized it's very important to be gentle on yourself when chasing your dreams and goals. Don't be too hard on yourself when your blood sugar control is not perfect. Managing this condition has never been flawless. I have my good days and my bad days. I just do my best. I played lots of sport, like I did varsity shot put and hammer throw at the University of Toronto. I currently play soccer, volleyball, and ultimate frisbee. And I try and lead a balanced life in all aspects. I have a dog, I got married, I have friends I spend time with, and I enjoy day to day. So type 1 is still there. It's riding in the back seat. It's managed but not forgotten. And after all, it's a feature of me, but it's not the defining one. And I just want to say that DHF has provided a wonderful community to both commiserate and celebrate our lives and our achievements. And I'm so glad to welcome you to this community as well. And now let's hear from Alex about his story.
Thanks, Anastasia. It's great to hear your story. Yeah, I'm very excited to be here tonight, celebrating this amazing achievement that you've all had. It feels like only yesterday I was right where you were, feeling a little nervous, feeling a little excited, right on the next step of this unknown chapter going into university as a diabetic. For me, the DHF scholarship kind of kickstarted my engineering career, taking me from an amazing undergrad at Queen's University to a biomedical engineering master's at U of T, to finally where I am now, working as a software engineer in health IT with the Hospital of Sick Kids. And that's where all my experience in diabetes and engineering has kind of come together into a really nice zone. But this journey has never been a straightforward path. You'll hit speed bumps along the way. Like in university, the night before my first exam, my sensor was alarming, or your pump might die during a movie night. But you'll find ways to push through these things. Where I've now gone and hiked mountains in the Himalayas right to the top, and scuba dived through coral reefs and made it all the way through Disney World with my sugars staying good. So there's all these things that you can achieve if you put your mind to it. But through all these adventures, it is the support in the community that will always help get you through. I've been lucky enough to be part of the DHF community for the last decade. And when I've only been diabetic for 11 years, it's great that I've kind of stumbled right into this community and support right from the start. And the support comes in many forms, from insightful mentor chats, inspirational webinar talks, or a fundraiser to give back. Community is so important, and I'm so thankful to be a part of this one. So use that support and reach for the stars. You can truly do anything. We're here tonight celebrating you and your future dreams. Embrace every opportunity you get that comes at you next year. Lean into your strengths, continue to grow both as a person and a diabetic. And along the way, remember to just focus on what makes you happy and healthy, and be forgiveful for yourself as you're going through this. As your next big journey begins, know that you have a new supportive community who believes in you. Thank you, and I'll pass it back to Anastasia.
Thanks a lot for that, Alex. It was great to hear about your story as well. I want to say, again, congratulations to all of our winners this year. Diabetes Health Foundation is really proud to acknowledge your achievements. As you prepare to start your post-secondary journey, Diabetes Health Foundation is here to support you along the way, and we wish you all great success.
And now we'd like to showcase all of this year's DHF scholarship recipients and their donors. This year, a total of 39 scholarships were awarded to students living in Ontario, British Columbia, Alberta, Manitoba, Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, and Newfoundland. Our first recipient receives the Axel Insurance Brokers Scholarship. Samantha Delala from Oakville, Ontario, will be attending the university to study computer engineering.
Our next recipients will receive scholarships sponsored by Essentia Diabetes Care. Maya Sousa is from Elginburg, Ontario, and will be attending university this fall to earn a degree in nursing. And Madison Toval is from Vermilion, Alberta, and will be pursuing a degree in health sciences.
Our next recipient will receive the Senator Norman K. Atkins Memorial Scholarship. Cameron Sabino from Milton, Ontario, will be attending university and aspires to obtain a degree in history.
These next three students are awarded the BMO Bank of Montreal Scholarship. Alana Atchinson from Woodbridge, Ontario, will be studying to obtain her Bachelor of Commerce degree. Lenore Bizira-Kawewenberg from Melbourne, Ontario, will also be attending university to study commerce. And lastly, Ryan Ham from Oxford Mills, Ontario, will be focusing his post-secondary studies on user experience design.
The next three students are also awarded the BMO Bank of Montreal Scholarship. Danielle Carn from Woodstock, Ontario, will be attending university to study computer engineering. Angelina Lepico from Windsor, Ontario, will pursue a degree in concurrent education. And Rohan Wink from Aurelia, Ontario, will be attending university in pursuit of his Bachelor in Business Administration.
BD Diabetes Care will sponsor 2 scholarships for Isabella Brown from Woodbridge, Ontario, who will be studying natural resource conservation, and Andrew Mills from Valley View, Alberta, who will be studying health sciences.
The Canavan family has awarded an Ontario scholarship to Matilda Houdon from Ottawa, who will be attending university to study landscape architecture.
Our next 3 recipients will receive scholarships sponsored by Aubrey and Marla Dan Foundation. Julie Greenlaw from Ottawa, Ontario, will go to university in the fall to study music education. Thomas Young from Cordis, Ontario, will be attending university to earn a Bachelor of Music degree in classical voice music. And Kaisa Kat from Vancouver, British Columbia, will be studying English and focusing on creative writing.
Our next 2 recipients will be awarded the Dexcom Canada Scholarship. Connor Ouellette from Navan, Ontario, will be attending university to get a degree in engineering. And Margaret McPherson from Antigonish, Nova Scotia, will be pursuing a degree in electrical engineering.
The Fluid Hose and Coupling Inc. sponsored scholarship is awarded to Dirk Moramumen from Summerland, British Columbia, who will be attending university in the fall to study human rights.
The Jeremy and Judith Friedman Family Foundation sponsored Ontario Scholarship is awarded to Haley DeViteris from Seagrave, Ontario, who aspires to become a computer service technician.
The Gerson and Hubley Family Fund Scholarship is awarded to Algeria Benzakwin from Thornhill, Ontario, who will be attending university to study therapeutic recreation sciences.
The Laura Eileen Higginson Memorial Scholarship is awarded to Bryn Digenhart of Oakville, Ontario, who will be attending university to pursue a degree in music.
The Insula Canada Omnipod sponsored scholarship is awarded to Lane Barnfield from London, Ontario, who will be attending university to obtain a degree in health studies, biology, development, and health. To Aline Entcap Smith from Ottawa, Ontario, who will enter university to study life sciences. And lastly, to Anicia Corfield from Nanaimo, British Columbia, who will be attending university in the fall to study agricultural sciences.
The next three scholarships are sponsored by Medtronics of Canada and are awarded to Sophia Cow from Golden Lake, Ontario, who will be pursuing a degree in education. Emily Wang from Windsor, Ontario, will study psychology at university in the fall. And Wishva Kaskoda from Victoria, British Columbia, will focus her studies to obtain a degree in nursing.
These scholarships sponsored by Medtronic of Canada are also awarded to Kyla Wachowski from Neepawa, Manitoba, who will be attending university to earn a degree in commerce, and Heather Christie from Hammond Plains, Nova Scotia, who will study psychological and health sciences at university in the fall.
The Novo Nordisk Canada scholarships are awarded to Ethan Gardner from Curtis, Ontario, who will be pursuing a degree in health sciences. Spencer Gaudette from Bath, Ontario, who will be pursuing a degree also in health sciences. Matt Rumney from Midland, Ontario, who will be studying applied sciences. And Vanessa Woods from London, Ontario, who will be attending university for general sciences.
The Marlene Perkins Memorial Scholarship is awarded to Emily Fannin from Ajax, Ontario, who will attend university in the fall and hopes to study concurrent education.
The Pratt and Whitney Canada Scholarship is awarded to Imogen Lawford Wickham from Ottawa, Ontario, who will be attending university to pursue a degree in electrical engineering.
The Seguin Family Fund Scholarship is awarded to Emmett Smith from Waverly, Nova Scotia, who will attend university to obtain the Bachelor of Arts degree.
The Tandem Diabetes Care Canada Ontario Scholarship is awarded to Madeleine Calconi from Toronto, Ontario, who will be attending university to study arts and sciences.
And our final scholarship is sponsored by TD Wealth and is awarded to Jaden Hill from Markham, Ontario, who plans to study and earn a degree in French.
And congratulations to everyone. Woo, you did it. You got your scholarship. Congratulations. Oh, and sorry, I see there that maybe we got some of what people are studying might have changed, and that's all right. Follow what you're going to do. But congratulations for all your work and getting to this point. And I'd like to pass it back over to Angelo and Barbara.
Thank you, Alex, and thank you, Anastasia, for doing a wonderful job and for agreeing to be our co-host this evening. And we apologize if we made a mess of what everybody's studying, but as long as you know what you're studying, that's what's important. So I want to take this opportunity just to spend a few minutes congratulating Barb Pasternak who, as you know, is our founder and chair of the Diabetes Hope Foundation. This year, we came to know of some wonderful news. Barb became a recipient of a very prestigious award, the Meritorious Service Decorations, the Civil Division honorable award. It's one of the highest that our country can bestow on civilians, and it's being conferred upon Barb by Her Excellency, Right Honorable Mary Simon, Governor General of Canada. This is because of the work that she has done spearheading this organization, her outstanding achievements in the community, and what she's contributed to today's youth living with diabetes. We are also proud of Barb. It's been truly a privilege to be part of this organization and to be able to call Barb a friend and to have known her for so many years. She's truly an inspiring individual and very much a deserving recipient of this award. So on behalf of the Scholarship Advisory Committee and all the other board members of the Diabetes Hope Foundation, Barb, congratulations.
Thank you. Very humbling and a little embarrassing, but thank you very much, and Angelo, for that. And Anastasia and Alex, you did an amazing job. I know it went it went really well, and you were delivering the message. So I think the information that we got was the information from your scholarships. So I think perhaps I apologize for the mistake, and we will make it better for those who we have mentioned information that was in not correct. So moving on to some good things. Again, to all tonight's winners, I wish you every success in life has to offer, and hope that you will tap into your mentors, approach our support team, pay it forward for those who follow, and know that you will always be welcome here with a special place in our hearts. I just want to take some housekeeping, just a few housekeeping issues, and just talk about our 25th annual golf tournament, which is on Monday. This coming Monday, we'll be hosting our 25th annual golf event in support of programs for transitioning youth living with diabetes. And if you're interested in supporting this event, please contact Anita. I also want to talk about our Nothing Can Stop Me book. And I don't know if anybody has seen it, but we self-published it a few years ago. And it was really an inspiration that was started about 25 years ago when my youngest son, Bobby, wrote a book, not a book, it was really something what 10-year-olds kind of write on foolscap, you know, when they get something, when they have to explain something. So there was a picture of, you know, a few movie stars and a fancy car with some really fun things on it, and he was just talking about how he was a hockey player, and this is coming from the mouth of from the mind of a 10-year-old, and how all the chicks liked to see him on the skating rink and how it was fun for him, and he just happened to have diabetes. So really it was talking about a T1D as a young elite hockey player. He did it for a school project. And I recently found the original copy in the bottom of my drawer in my office. And then I decided, you know what, we should publish this. The message is a beautiful message. Again, I turned to our alumni. I found out who had degrees in illustration and who was familiar with publishing. And we had Aaron Mercer, who was an alumni, along with Tyler Monroe, who were both very involved in the projects. And it's in every single pediatric clinic across Canada, being supported by, some wonderful pharma companies. And all the proceeds of the book goes towards the athletic scholarship to support youth living with diabetes who are athletes, and they can pursue their dreams. So if you wish to purchase a copy, please visit the website. So in the coming year, Diabetes Hope will work to continue to invest in programs aiming and providing support for transitioning youth. We have this wonderful new program that we created. It's Let's Talk About It. It's actually parents talking to parents, and I just want to spend 2 minutes talking about this. We heard and we received feedback from many of the clinicians how frustrating it was for parents during COVID to really talk to their kids. We created this program, and it's run through the clinics, through Diabetes Hope Foundation, and it's just what's something I always wanted to do. You know, having 2 kids with diabetes back 25 years ago when the computer wasn't even around, I was just so thirsty to talk to parents and talk to tell them how I feel and if they feel the same way. Well, we created this program. It's become a very successful program. And if any of you parents are interested in becoming involved, then don't hesitate to reach out. Our strength comes from you, really. And together we are able to inspire today's youth to dream, grow, and achieve their goals. So for all of you scholarship recipients, have fun, enjoy yourselves, and just remember, we're here to support you. Okay, have a wonderful evening. It was an honor and a privilege. Next year, it'll be in person, I promise.
Good night, everybody, and congratulations again.